Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the courage they down with needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust. Avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said and think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be a fucking day. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going. So get on your search for knowledge, cause there's power in knowing. You need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and after you get the information, pass it to your brother. Spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta balance it out. And if we all found that we change the world,
What's good? What's good?
let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world.
Hope everybody's doing good. BH, hope you're doing all right.
Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
Yeah. It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. I definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in and tuning in. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. I appreciate everybody for coming, tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all so much. As always, I got a very important episode, man. I ain't never came on here with no bullshit for y'all, man. So I appreciate everybody for coming in and understanding that this is about to be probably, very pivotal, life-saving, life-changing information, man. We got to talk about terrorism today, man. And first and foremost, U.S. government. I am a American patriot. I have nothing against America. I love my country. Born and raised. Don't want to be nowhere else in the world but America, other than Africa. If it was any other place in the world I would want to go to, would be Africa. But other than that, America's my homeland. America's my land, and I'm born and raised and proud to be here. So this isn't against America speech. This is real patriot American speech, trying to figure out what's really going on. This is a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, grown-ass man with 3 children trying to understand the world he's living in. This is an educated voter trying to understand who and how to vote. This all this is. This is an educated American segment. That's it. This ain't got nothing to do with terrorism or hatred. But let me explain something to you. Whoever's wrong is wrong. I don't care. See, one thing about Big Bad A, I'm not blinded by politics. One thing about Big Bad A, I'm not blinded by money, illusions, vanity, fanity. I'm not blinded by nothing. All I know is reality. All I care about is the truth, because the truth is the only thing that can set us free. But for people who don't know, just about 2 or 3 days ago, it was a terrorist attack, a terrorist shooting in Russia. There was some Middle Eastern bastards, those rat foot Middle Eastern bastards, done went over there and they shot up a big crowd. It was like a concert, right? This is wrong. This is evil. It's the scum of the earth. But let me explain something to y'all. I'm about to show you something. Just because this is wrong and evil, don't mean this wasn't controlled in a controlled created incident. They captured the four dudes who shot up the venue. I think it was a concert, and I'm not 100% sure. And I don't care to even matter where, because it don't matter what they shot up. They did a terrorist attack, a terrorist act. So that's all that matters. And if one person died or if 20 people died, it don't matter, because it's evil to kill somebody. You get what I'm saying? So the four dudes who did this heinous act, right? They caught them. The Russian government caught them. And let me explain something to you. Russia's not a weak ass, pussy ass nation or a cowardly nation, because America's not cowardly. America's a sneaky America's a sneaky country. America doesn't do its dirt out in the open. America hides its dirt and does its dirt in the dark. America does its dirt in the privacy of secret labs and facilities and shit, right? Just like in Abu Ghraib during the days of the Baghdad Iraqi war, that conflict. They had that prison, that Abu Ghraib prison off on that private island, where they were torturing the shit out of those Iraqi soldiers, right? I'm not saying a POW shouldn't get interrogated and maybe even a little bit of torture put on them. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do this to a prisoner of war, because if you catch somebody who is attacking your people and doing harm to your people and you catch them, there should be no mercy for them. You get what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass man. I understand this. But let me explain something to y'all. In that Abu Ghraib prison camp they had, that concentration prison island they had for those POWs, they weren't torturing them boys. They was having fun and playing booty tag with them boys. They was putting bags on them grown men's head and raping them. They was beating them. They were starving them. They were waterboarding them. They were torturing the shit out of these people. And it was not sanctioned by the U.S. government. This torture in Abu Ghraib, the prison camp island that everybody should know about. If you don't know about Abu Ghraib, go look it up. They were torturing the shit out of these prisoner POWs. There is rules and laws to war too. There's laws to war. There's certain things you can do and can't do when you're in conflict. All right, now listen. What I just proved to y'all is America plays dirty in the darkness and the secret. That Abu Ghraib, it was not no highly publicized. It was a secret fantasy island where they were doing all kind of shit to them people. But long story short, they caught the four dudes in Moscow in Russia who shot them people up, and they're putting that torture game on them boys. They fucking them up, as they should. But look, they're getting information, and I'm about to show y'all something. I might just have to read it, because he's speaking in whatever Arabic language he's speaking in, and I don't know if I want to show the second dude. The first dude I could show him, but the second dude I don't know if I can show him on YouTube, because he's bloodied up, and I think they cut his ear off. You get what I'm saying? I think they cut his ear off, so I don't think I can show that on YouTube. But what I can show, and I can do, is I can read to you these words from this dude. During the confession of these this terrorist, these evil rat foot Islamic bastards, these evil rat foot Islamic bastards who don't care about nobody, who who in their religion, it teaches them that they get rewarded with 9 virgins in the afterlife. Their religion teaches them to take themselves out and you'll get a reward in the afterlife. So these people are raised to be devout, suicidal bastards. I'm not, these are the perfect people to turn into a damn splinter cell. If I was the powers that be, I'd hire 5,000 rat foot soldiers too, and they do damage and dirt. What's up? All right, go ahead. Put a movie on. Hey, look, I'm gonna come in there and deal. Listen, Leilani. Y'all put something on. I'm coming in there in just a second. I just made breakfast, y'all. I just did sky schooling. Go ahead. I don't get a break. So these rat foot soldiers already are ingrained to go out with a bang. You feel me? So if I was the powers that be, I'd hire some rat foot niggas too, and they do dirt, and they wouldn't have no mercy about it either, right? They're the perfect go out. They're the perfect dojers. They're the perfect Suicide Squad. You feel me? Let's go. Let me play this shit for y'all. I hope y'all are ready, man. This is crazy. It's crazy, man. All right, so a little bit. I'm not even gonna show the first one because, like I said, he's beat up. The second dude's beat up real bad, and I think they took his ear off. So, all right, look. I'm gonna read this to y'all, okay? I'm gonna read this to y'all. They're interrogating my boy. It says, hold on. What were you doing in Karosh? Shooting at who? Why? Who told you to? People, for money. So look, already this terrorist has confessed that he was paid. He was paid money to go do this. He was paid money to do this. They try to make it seem, the Western media, American media tries to make it seem like these people, because I'm not going to call them all terrorists. The Western media tries to seem like these people have such a chip on their shoulder and such hatred for us as a people, or people in general. They have such hatred in their hearts that they go out and commit heinous acts out of the hatred in their hearts. But this right here proves and shows to you that these people aren't doing this because they hate somebody. They're not doing this because they hate people. They're doing this because they're paid to do this. Ain't no motherfucking body going out and shooting up no building just to do it. Nobody. If somebody in the gang, if somebody's in the gang and they go out and retaliate, that is a retaliation. If somebody's in the gang and they go out and they go out and kill somebody, there's a reason for that shit. Gangs don't even just beef for no fucking reason. Gangs ain't doing crimes of for money. Most gangs are committing crimes of passion, crimes of hatred, crimes of retaliation. Those are real terrorists. These people like this, they're getting paid. So he's not a terrorist. He is a paid mercenary. Fuck out of here. Paid mercenary. Not a terrorist, a paid mercenary. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. How much money? About $500,000. $500,000 for what? He said $500,000 of what? He said rubles. Hold on. I got to go back because I missed it. I'm gonna translate this shit for y'all. How much money? About $500,000. $500,000 of what? Screen. Thank you, baby. $500,000 of what? Rubles. What did you get it from? Where did you get it from? I haven't yet. Only half. Where? Transfer to my account. To your account or your card? Yes, where is your card? The card, it was in the clothes. So you lost it. Yes. Where did you get it from? They delivered it to us. Who is them? Listen to this, y'all. I don't know. They wrote it on Telegram. So the internet is being used by fake, phantom, evil terrorist groups because the terrorist, the person who commits the terror, is not the true terrorist. The person who organizes the terror is the true terrorist. The person who orders the hit is the real terrorist. The grunt soldier is just a paid mercenary. He's just a fucking mercenary. He ain't nobody. He's a doja, as they call him in New York. He's a go boy. He's a throwaway boy. He's a fucking, what do you call him? A fucking mercenary. He's expendable. Like, you ever seen that movie, The Expendables? You know, in that movie, The Expendables, how when the government needed somebody killed and they needed some real murders done, they send in those expendable people who are the most dangerous and deadly and violent people, but they're expendable by the government. So if they get killed, nobody cares. That's what this dude is. That's what these dudes are. They're expendables. They're not no damn terrorist. There's an expendable who got paid $500,000 to go shoot. Let's talk. I don't know. They wrote it without a name, without a last name. Nothing. How did they find you? Did you look for them or did they look for you? Y'all hit that like button. No, they messaged me. And why did they message you? I don't know. This nigga is, look, my nigga is shaking. He is cold and scared. They've been whooping his ass probably all damn night. They been whooping his ass all night. And now he's talking. Thank you so much, Oliver. I appreciate you, bro, for being a real one, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. You're already here. You're already here watching, so you're already I'm already in your algorithm. So you might as well just hit the like button. For real. Ain't nobody else telling y'all about terrorist plots and shit. It's only Big Bad doing this. Learning. He was on the internet learning. He said, what are you doing? Listening to a lesson. A lesson. Yes. He is a preacher. Listening to a preacher. So look. And he messaged you. Look. So this is the reason why the U.S. government is coming for religious people right here. This is the reason why the U.S. is coming for religious people right here. Because the U.S. knows. And I'm not speaking any treason, government. This is real talk, real shit podcast. The U.S. knows that only somebody with devout, true faith and true belief will commit any type of act like this. And they're the main people who can be coerced. See, a religious person is not a logical person. If you're a religious person, you have you've thrown out a lot of your logic, a lot of your reasoning, because a lot of things in religion don't even make fucking sense. So a lot of people who follow that religious shit blindly, like a blind faith religious person, those will be the people who crash out. Those will be the people who in society who will go into bed and blow themselves because they want to get 29 virgins in heaven. You get what I'm saying? So this is why you religious head people are giving ammunition to the powers that be to damn and deem all religions not good. And y'all don't even realize it. So these people are getting bought into doing some evil shit. AKA he was paid $500,000. Him and all his buddies was paid $500,000 a piece to do this shit, right? And then they did it under the guise of God or religion, because these were religious men. These were devout men who were just studying their faith, listening to preachers. So now, guess what that's going to do next? This is giving more ammunition for them to come for religious, fanatical preachers, aka the big bedes and shit. That's why I don't do religion. That's why I don't come on here and speak religion to y'all. I speak real talk, real shit podcast. Real life information. It's enough confusion in religion out here. You see how confused religion has niggas? It has niggas so confused that life is so fucked up for them and they don't know what to do in it because so they just go through their religion. Hold on, bro. They just go through their religion and they have no belief of their own. So they looking for a religious person looks for something to believe in. They look for something to make them feel whole and complete because that religion is an empty, lost state of mind. You don't need religion to tell you to eat, sleep, shit, and what to eat, sleep, or shit. You never did and you never will. You don't need religion to tell you be a good man. You never did and you never will. You don't need religion to tell you you're going to get 20 virgins in heaven after you do something drastic and die. You never did and you never will. All that shit was the devil's trips and traps to get you trapped up into some crazy, delusional lifestyle. So like I said, they trip these stupid, dumb, devout religious Muslim dudes and trick them into doing something evil. Let me explain something to you, religious people. You stupid religious people. How could you kill somebody in the name of God? Do you know how many millions of Christians murdered people to convert the world to Christianity? Have you ever heard of the Christian Crusades? Y'all don't even know what you're practicing. You don't even know what you're practicing. You talking about you a Christian, but they made the world Christian by cutting people's heads off and sticking them on poles and putting the poles all the way up and down the road with heads stuck on them and put poles all the way up people's ass and impaled people all the way up and down miles and miles and miles of roads and roads. Everywhere they went, they killed people and made them convert. And you talking about you a Christian? You don't even know what you are. You don't even know what you're doing. You say you're a Muslim, but what Muslim, what real practicer or participant of a follower of Islam is going to go out and harm somebody in the name? Man, get off my camera. Get off my camera, right? Get off the camera. What religious, devout, holy man will go out and harm an innocent person in the name of God? That is a devil. You don't practice and worship Allah and Buddha and Christian and Jesus. You worship the devil. Y'all niggas is satanic than a motherfucker, and you think you're gonna get something from that? How many wars were fought in the name of Christianity? How many wars were fought in the name of Muslim, Allah? Y'all better stop. Millions of blood, billions of people died in the name of religion. Billions with a B. People were never, generations and legions of men were never to be born because the Christian Crusades were going town to town and taking everybody down. Mama, granddaddy, papa, and leaving nobody but the babies to fend for themselves and convert over. Y'all have no idea, but you call yourself a Christian. You better wake up. You're a human being, and that's not even the title for you. That's just the title mankind gave your ass. You don't even know what your true name is. We were not sent here to kill each other in the name of some false god. We were not sent here to war in the name of nothing. We were not sent here to fight. We were not. We were sent here to work and till and build and do the will of God. We were created to do God's will. We weren't created to fight in the name of Allah or Christianity. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Every time a soldier goes to the war and goes to go kill and murder, they kiss his cross and tucks it in his shirt and goes and kills. Every goddamn time the Christian goes to war, he reads his fucking Bible. He reads that satanic Bible and he puts that bitch in his goddamn pocket and he goes and kills. And then once he's done killing, he goes right to the fucking church and gets the devil man to pray over him. Y'all don't even know what the fuck is going on. There's a chaplain in every army. There's a chaplain in every prison. There's a chaplain in every one of these institutions. you'll have no idea what y'all have been doing. And the reason why they brought these new devout people over here now is because they're the ones who will fight. American Christianity is so weak and watered down, you ain't gonna be devout enough to fight. American Islam is so weak and watered down, you ain't gonna be devout enough to fight. You ain't gonna be devout enough to stand up. So guess what? They imported some devouts. They imported the ones who are going to. And guess what they're already doing? There's terrorists all in America now. They caught a terrorist in North Carolina last week who's connected to doing all kind of shit in Morocco and all these places. They're doing shit. And now they're here. You ain't hear about the police officer who got shot last night in the line of duty in New York? Oh, I don't think y'all pay attention to real shit. So let's go. Let me keep reading. Because this shit is it's really sad that a lot of people can't see this shit. A lot of people can't see it. You know, and then it makes people like me always have to put myself on the chopping block to try to get people up to speed. But to be honest with you, I don't even need to do this. I just choose to do this because at least maybe I'll help somebody along the damn way. He said to kill who? He said they gave us a location. They told us who to kill, what people. It doesn't matter. Just do it, is what they were told. Walk in and kill. Yes, yes. Name and last name. Year of birth. Fadin Shastumid, 1998. This bitch ass nigga was born in 98. This nigga's about 30 years old. No, he's a little bit less. This nigga's in his upper 20s. This nigga ain't got nothing going for himself. He's born in those religious states where they don't have no life. All they have is that fake, evil, satanic God that they follow. So they have no problem beating each other, robbing each other, rape. They have no problem hurting each other because their religion tells them to do it. They have no problem beating their women because their religion tells them to do it. Do y'all know in the Quran, it tells you if your wife gets out of line to whip and beat the bottom of her feet so it won't show? In the Quran, it says if your wife gets out of control, tell her to sit up, put her feet up, and you beat the bottom of her feet, flog them with a stick, it said. Flog them with sticks. And you whoop the bottom of her feet so it won't show in public. Their religion tells them to beat their women. Their religion tells them to beat their women. And I'm not against religion. What I'm telling you is all that shit that y'all be thinking you practicing is just the devil. No spiritual text that I've ever read from Africa, none has said for them to beat their women. I have never seen, record, or read any historical document of an African culture predestined before Europeans came. I'm not talking about after the British colonized, because now they're evil savages because they're going under British colonial law. This is why the Africans are savage right now, because they've been living under British and colonial law for the last 60, 70 years. And them niggas drop off a bunch of guns, a bunch of drugs, and it's up. And a bunch of money. All you got to do is give a bunch of poor, devout, religious people a bunch of drugs, guns, and money. And it's up. It's up. The same thing in the black bum-ass, poor-ass black people neighborhood. Bunch of alcohol, bunch of drugs, a bunch of guns, and a bunch of money. It's up. We just kill each other. Y'all don't get it? Y'all fall victim because you don't understand this is a system. Y'all fall victim because you don't understand this is a fucking system. If you're black and you live in a poor project ghetto neighborhood, you want to die. If you're white and you live in a poor bum-ass ghetto neighborhood, you want to die. I'm telling you. If you live in a place where you have to go outside and look around every day and look before you open your car and make sure ain't nobody, your ass wants to die. Just because you were born somewhere don't mean you got to live there. There are places in America, there are places all around the world where you can live in peace. There are places where you don't have to look all over your fucking shoulders and shit. But they raised us to be this fucking war animals. I'm about to read y'all's comments in just a second. I love all y'all. I'm about to read y'all's comments, but I have something I have to get out. This is not a joke. I'm not just on here talking. Let me show y'all something. I hope y'all are ready. And government, this is not my words. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I hope y'all are ready.
On the campaign trail today, Donald Trump blamed President Obama and Hillary Clinton for creating ISIS. Major Garrett has the story and a history lesson.
I call
Let me.
President Obama and Hillary Clinton the founders of ISIS. They're the founders. You get the MVP award. ISIS will hand her the most valuable player award. Her only competition is Barack Obama between the two of them.
Donald Trump's criticism that ISIS rose to prominence during the Obama administration ignored President Bush's role in removing U.S. troops from Iraq. Part of Trump's argument is that the U.S. troop withdrawals created a security vacuum in Iraq that the terror group exploited. President Bush negotiated that agreement with Iraq's government and set the withdrawal date at the end of 2011.
In terms of the agreements, this is a major achievement.
President Obama, elected on a platform of ending the Iraq War, enforced the Bush-era timeline. On the Hugh Hewitt radio show today, the conservative host gave Trump room to back down.
You meant that he created the vacuum, he lost the peace.
No, I meant he's the founder of ISIS. I do.
But he's not sympathetic to them. He hates them. He's trying to kill them.
He was the founder.
Remarks of this kind fuel GOP unrest.
So let me explain something to y'all. Because what nation, where do y'all live at? Let me explain something to y'all. What do people pay attention to? I got 7 people in here. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button for your big homie, man. Share this shit for your big homie. I don't care if you got to leave and come back. Share this shit for your big homie, man. Hit the like button. This is the real deal fucking Holyfield. Let's talk. And I ain't just talking. Let me show you something. Donald Trump said Barack Obama was the founder of ISIS. Who was the terrorist? What was the T group that was in position and in power before ISIS? Does anybody remember? What was the terrorist group before ISIS? What was the terrorist group before ISIS? Let's see if one of y'all know. Just see if y'all are in America, because I'm in America. We had Obama had ISIS. What we had before ISIS? ISIL, ISIS, all that. Exactly. Al Qaeda. Oliver, I love you. You're a real American. Thank you, Oliver. You're not even American. You're Irish. I believe you said you're living in Ireland. All right, wherever you are. You're smarter than the Americans. God dang. Thank you, Big O. Smarter than some of the Americans. It's a hawk right there, too. God watching over us at all times. Al Qaeda was George Bush's terrorist group. Hey, yes. The fuck? Kids are wild. Al Qaeda was George Bush's terrorist group. Damn, the insurgents was before that. I'm gonna explain something to y'all, man. This shit is so fucked up. You need a hero and you need a villain to have a story, right? You need a protagonist and an antagonist. You need a hero, villain. You need that circle, the conflict wheel. You know, introduction, struggle, climax, decline, resolution. You see me? This, you know what I'm saying? This is the way, the blueprint of movies. This is the blueprint of all stories. All right. If you're George Bush, and you want to create conflict, or WAR, you need an enemy. You need opposition. So what you would do is pay some devout Islamic fucking religious idiots, and you pay them, poor religious people, poor devout religious people. You pay them a fee and tell them what you want them to do, and they're gonna do it. This is what goes down. This is how it runs. Let me explain something to y'all. This shit ain't just worldwide. This is here in America. They let niggas and poor black people, they let them sell drugs in these communities. They let them sell drugs in these communities to create crime. Because if you have a police force with no crime, you have no need. But now we have a bunch of crime. It gives me reason to pull out my big dogs, to pull out my SWAT team, to pull out my red dogs, to pull out my motherfucking detectives. It gives me a reason. If you don't even need those branches of those law enforcement if you didn't have extreme criminals going on. And there would be no extreme criminals if they wouldn't flooding us with drugs and guns and alcohol. We wouldn't have crime. If it was just regular weed, like organic regular weed, tobacco, some wine, some alcohol, we'd be all right. The nation would be all right, because that's always been like that. If you know how to process some cocaine and grow it, that's another thing. You chew some coca leaves, maybe that's another thing. I don't know nothing about that. But if that's another thing, that's a coca plant. That's a natural thing, right? But for us to be strung out on perks, strung out on Percocets, strung out on Xannies, strung out on blues, strung out on heroin, strung out on crack, strung out on crank, fentanyl, like none of this shit is made in the goddamn real world. All this shit is man-made in the laboratories. And it's so volatile, if you don't make it right, you'll die. If you don't mix your coke right when you're making it, you can die. You can create a chemical reaction and die. All this shit is poisonous. So why do we why? You know why? This shit is fucking given to us to create crime and mayhem and disorder in society, so these motherfuckers have a reason to keep us in bondage. They would not be able to lock you up as a slave if you wasn't out selling their drugs. You didn't make no fentanyl, my nigga. You didn't make no motherfucking heroin, no ice, my nigga. You know how to make ice? If you know how to make ice, whip up a batch and sell that shit. But if you don't know how to make it and you ain't creating it, don't fucking sell it. What's wrong with y'all? You just feeding into their fucking game. Just giving them a reason to let you get big just so they can bring you down forever. And on the way of you getting big, you created so much crime and confusion and disarray in the community that funded their whole lifestyle and gave them the opportunity to come in and do the fucking slave catcher crew on your dumb ass. So when you sleeping at 5, 6 in the morning after killing somebody in the street last night, they come get your stupid ass in your mama's house. Boom! Get the fuck on the ground. Your mama get up. Shit, bitch, get the fuck on the ground. They don't care about nobody when them slave catchers come. Bitch, I said get on the fucking ground. That's how they coming. And if she don't move, they might zap her. Or if she move too quick, you think they playing? When the slave catcher comes, he coming to catch. When SWAT come, they coming to catch. They coming to do you. Y'all better recognize and realize SWAT team is the mercenary squad. They're coming to kill. If you got detectives and interrogator, you got a chance to live. If they send the SWAT, your ass is grass. You might as well go out with a bang. And I'm not promoting any violence, YouTube. I'm talking about people don't know the world they're living in. People are so dumb. People are so dumb. They done made us so dumb. We so dumb. Yeah, my nigga, I'm gonna go get me some drugs and sell that shit, my nigga. Where you gonna get the drugs from? You gotta go to them. And then after they give you some drugs, they're gonna let you get big enough, you know. Man, all this shit is bad. They made this shit. They made this shit. So they got their gangs doing their dirt to create conflict, to make us go into tyranny, to make us go into chaos. The sad part about it is we know. I know. My nigga, this shit, I've been watching the news since I was 11, 10 years old. This was my interest. It was my pleasure to watch CNN with my father. It was my pleasure. My daddy used to say, I bet you're going to be serious when you grow up. He used to tell me that. He used to say, you're going to be serious when you grow up. Because my pleasure was to watch cooking shows and the news. All I cared about was food in the world I lived in. That's all I ever cared about. Food in the world. Because the world is the people that affects everybody, and food is, you need that to survive. That's why I become a chef, and I'm gonna fucking care about the world. So I'm just, everything I ever did, I'm doing it. Let me read all y'all's comments, man. It's time to reread these comments, man. Dragonfly, thank you so much for being here. Dragonfly said, I know exactly what you're saying. All of my family was raised in church, and into this day, they will tell you, oh, just go pray about it. Leave it in God's hands. I never really understood that. Exactly. That's called blind faith. And blind faith is for blind people. And if you have blinders on you, you will never be able to see. So that's why I tell you, religion is very much a system of slavery. It's very much a strong form of system of slavery, man, because it's messed up, man. Religion is it's one of the worst forms of slavery, man. It really is. You know, I pray for everybody who's a religious person, but you don't need that shit. You weren't born with religion, or somebody gave you that bullshit. My brother was a deacon in a church, and they found out that he was a smoker, and they kicked him out of the church. That was years ago. It was in the 80s. Exactly. Because it's a cult. That shit is a cult. And I'm gonna tell you why they don't want that in the church. They don't want smokers and shit because they feel like you're gonna take money out the church. That's why. These churches are so evil, they want your time and your money. And people willingly give their time and their money to these evil ass churches, only to get nothing in return. If you've been paying tithes every month, every week in your church and giving them thousands of dollars, right? And then one month you can't pay your light bill, and you say, hey, pastor, I need help paying my light bill, man. My shit about to get cut off. I need $265. Your pastor's not gonna give you $265. He's gonna tell your dumb ass to pray about it. That motherfucker gonna tell you to pray about it. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I couldn't do that in the name of the most, man, come on, man. That shit is dumb as hell. That religious shit is dumb as hell, man. When I was younger, I was in a Christian school and we had workbooks, but you had to get each chapter signed by the teacher. Well, I didn't get all mine signed. I got a ruler 3 times on my hands. Yeah, they used to pop people in school, man. They used to do all that shit in school. They beat you in school. They used to have paddlings in school. Down south, where I'm from down south, I went to school after they stopped doing that shit. Thank God. Because they had paddlings in school where the teachers could take you in the back of the class and give you a whooping with a big-ass wooden paddle. Bop! Slavery style. Because it's nothing but... I wonder what was on that ship that they hit the bridge. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yep, Oliver was right when you said Al Qaeda. That was the right. BH said truth today. I'm always gonna come with the truth, BH. I ain't playing with this. I ain't playing online. I'm not one of them false fantasy dudes who trying to send you down some fake path. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just presenting facts, and we just discussing facts and data, man. That's what I do over here. I'm like AI over here. I don't have biased opinions. I only deal in facts and data. I'm like AI, for real. I'm human AI. Oliver said, like living in a dog pound. Shit is it's crazy. It is. It's crazy. Why are you in here? What's good? Said, man is smart. People are dumb. That's a fact. People are very dumb. Who the fuck? Okay. My dad was from the South and he got caught running moonshine. They told him, jail or the army. Facts. And he went into the army. He made sharpshooter. He went all the way. AWOL. He then went AWOL. He got an honorable discharge for real, because that's how you did. You got to get an honorable discharge to get out, man. They'll turn you into a murderer. You know, don't nobody want to be no murderer, bro. You know, sharpshooter means he's blowing people's tops off. How many people can you kill before you start losing your humanity? You get what I'm saying? Come on now. He said he got an honorable discharge because he was an alcoholic. He was unstable to adapt, but he was an awesome pool player, sharpshooter. He went to Vegas and was awesome 8-ball, 9-ball. For real, I bet. I'm just saying that military shit is hard to live with. So you got to be on some type of something, man. It's kind of messed up. That military broke a lot of our people down, man. It really did, man. What's up, boy? You got singing monsters on there? Good job. But yeah, man, I love you. But yeah, I'm about to get up off of here, man. I just wanted to show y'all that, man, that terrorism shit is good guy, bad guy, man. Just like I mean, let's go deeper real quick. Let's go deeper before I leave. Let's go. Watch this. Watch this. Google, was Osama bin Laden trained by the CIA?
According to Wikipedia, they deny that the CIA or other American officials had contact with bin Laden, let alone armed, trained, coached, or indoctrinated him. American analysts and reporters have called the idea of a CIA-backed Al-Qaeda nonsense, sheer fantasy, and a common myth.
Oh, so she's with the shits. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. No. Because I remember. Hold up. No. Fuck that. All right, so you see how they with the shits. Watch this. Watch this though. Footage of Osama bin Laden training in the early 70s.
Footage of Osama bin Laden training in the early 70s.
Let me show y'all something, man. This is in 1997. It's not the 70s. They won't go. Let me see. They won't go back that far. Hold on.
Giving my chef husband a break. Breakfast.
You have declared a jihad against the United States. Can you tell us why?
The U.S. government has committed acts that are extremely unjust, hideous, and criminal.
Look.
Support of the Israeli.
Look. How this nigga got a CNN interview? Let me explain something to y'all, man. There's no way in the motherfucking world, if I run the country, that I'm gonna let any journalist, and I know journalists supposedly have the freedom to be journalists, but let me explain something to you. They don't, because there's been plenty of journalists who have printed the wrong thing and somebody came in the house and came and got their ass. So that's a lie. So let me explain something to you. How the fuck in 1997 does Osama bin Laden get a motherfucking CNN interview? I remember watching this CNN interview live on CNN. Not live, but when it came on, when they first put it out. I remember watching this shit. Why did a fucking quote unquote terrorist get to say he was going to do something wrong to us and admit that he was going to do something to us? And why did they get to put this out on TV? Why? How? How is this nigga on CNN, which is a government channel, American channel, if this shit ain't, if he wasn't with or have ties with the government? Who lined up a CNN interview with this nigga? Y'all better fucking wake up.
Declared a jihad against the United States. Can you tell us why?
The US government has committed acts that are extremely unjust, hideous, and criminal through its support of the Israeli occupation of Palestine. And we believe the US is directly responsible for those killed in Palestine, Lebanon, and Iraq. Due to its subordination to the Jews, the arrogance of the United States regime has reached the point that they occupied Arabia, the holiest place of the Muslims, who are more than 1 billion people in the world today. For this and other acts of aggression and injustice, we have declared jihad against the US.
Is the jihad directed against the U.S. government or United States troops in Arabia? What about U.S. civilians in Arabia or the people of the United States?
We have focused our declaration of jihad on striking at the US soldiers inside Arabia, the country of the two holy places, Mecca and Medina. In our religion, it is not permissible for any non-Muslim to stay in Arabia. Therefore, even though American civilians are not targeted in our plan, they must leave. We do not guarantee their safety.
Did he say, let me explain something to y'all. He said the arrogance of America coming in there and taking over, trying to take over. That's not really wrong. Now, I don't stand for no motherfucking Bin Laden. This nigga dead and gone. You know, I don't stand for him at all. He's a terrorist piece of shit. I don't stand for him and nothing he does. I never even really read or studied into him because he's a piece of crap. But at the same time, he didn't say nothing wrong. He said it's a law, their Islamic law that the American, ain't nobody non-Islamic should live there. You shouldn't be there if you're non-Islamic, bro. What the hell are you talking about? So what he said is it's gonna get him, it tried to get him up out of there. And then the hatred from that spewed into what happened on 9/11, right? So what we're seeing is these terrorist people are allowed. They're allowed to just, I don't know. This shit is real deep because this is international shit. That's where it's deep. Because I don't know the laws to prosecute somebody from another international region. And I don't understand. Basically, it's just we always had our hands in everybody's fucking pockets. So everybody's just tired of that shit, man. You know, it's messed up. We want to just dominate everything. And so everybody's really getting tired of that shit, you know? I don't blame nobody for nothing. I just see the world as it is, man. I just hope we don't have to suffer from these people's misconduct, man. Because we had nothing to do with none of this trash. We had nothing to do with none of this trash. But let me...
Trump ignited a controversy with his comments about Second Amendment people being able to do something about Hillary Clinton. He was tossing out more red meat at this rally here in Florida. At one point during this event, he referred to the president as Barack Hussein Obama and described him as the founder of ISIS. Here's more of what he had to say.
ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS, okay? He's the founder. He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton.
Trump did address the controversy created.
Just didn't even come out of my mouth. Did not even come out of my mouth. Stop doing that. This shit crazy, right? It's your big homie, Big Baddie, man. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. It don't get no realer than this, man. It don't get no realer than this. Do y'all see what I'm trying to show you? Do you smell what the Rock is cooking. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? They cooking up a big bowl of terrorist soup for our ass to drink. And I don't like terrorist soup. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to terrorist soup. I'm allergic. It's disgusting. I don't like it. And these people know who's behind this shit, so they're mad. The people who are suffering and getting attacked and blown and this and that, they're mad. They know they know. I don't know what y'all thinking about life. I don't know what y'all think, man. Everybody talking about P. Diddy and all that, man. That shit's fucked up. Everything's fucked up, man. We're witnessing Satan rally up all his troops and soldiers, bro. Only because he only used them to reel them back in. This shit is dumb. Anybody who did any dumb record label or dealings or anything, these are the dumbest time to be doing anything illegal, bro. These are the times to be a square, SpongeBob SquarePants ass. You are supposed to be a SpongeBob Square right now. I'm telling you. Don't get wrapped up in nothing illegal, bro. I'm telling you. You want to be out here when this shit go down. You do not want to be locked up when it goes down. You do not want to be locked up when it goes down, bro. I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody for subscribing. I appreciate everybody for just giving me an ear, man, and understanding, because we're in a serious situation right here. We're in a pickle, y'all. Red calf going on. They about to sacrifice them red calves. Boy. When they sacrifice them red calves. I love you, boy. Life is a blessing, but you should learn from the lessons. You shouldn't walk around this bitch just thinking everything is sweet. You know what I mean? We got to focus and focus on how we can make it through these things that are coming. It's not about being against the government. It's not about being nothing. I'm love my country, but it's about being an educated voter, man. You have to know what's going on so you know what to do. So you know who's right for you. Because a lot of people are not right for you, man. It's your big homie, Big Baddy, man. It's 3 o'clock, man. I'm going to go ahead and get off. I've been on about an hour, man. I hope this message was heard, man. I hope it was felt. I'm doing my best, y'all. I'm doing the best that I can before it was all said and done, man. Before it's all said and done, I just want y'all to know, and I want God to know I did the best that I could, you know. I just did the best that I could to try to help us out. We'll be all right, but some people are not, you know. We lose people every day in this battle. This war has been going on forever. It's the music war. It's like these young brothers out here killing each other. The women are men, the men are women. It's fucked up. You know? It's fucked up. The war has been going on, man. That's why I said we're waiting on World War IV, not World War III. That shit been going on. That shit's psychological warfare, chemical warfare, biological warfare, literal warfare, sound warfare. Come on, man. This shit been going on. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. One day we'll all understand, but I just pray it won't be too late when that day comes, you know. If we wake up out of this shit now, right now while we have a little bit of opportunity to get a good vantage point, to get a hold on, bro, be careful. To get a good little vantage point, a good situation to survive, we might have a chance. Quite possibly it's only a few years. But be on the lookout for anything, man. Be ready for anything to happen. Don't think negative. Don't be scared, but be ready. You know, that way if something does happen, you won't panic. You know, if you have to go through any situation where anybody has to start busting at you and all this dumb stuff, don't panic. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all a little quick story. I was at the I was in the last time I went to a bar, it was a few months back. Wanted to go out, have a little time. I went to this bar right by my house. And I went. It's a nice little crowd. This shit was popping. Girls, everything was in there. It was nice, right? Women, not girls, but women was in there. It was nice. So I'm chilling. I played had a couple drinks. I tried to dance, but ladies don't really be dancing like that nowadays. They didn't want to dance with me. But ladies be real. You don't really be wanting to dance like that. So like back in the day. So I had a few drinks, tried to dance a little bit, and then I went and played some pool with a brother. We was playing pool. As we playing pool, fight broke out in the dance floor. I seen it. It was gang fight. Seen buddy throw his little shit up, and I seen the other dude throw his shit up, and then they pull his pants up, and it was up. I seen it. I seen it happen way before it happened. I seen it throw his shit up. He threw his shit up, and then he pulled his pants up. When you see a nigga pull their pants up and do the little square, it's up. You know, so they fought a little bit. Somebody slipped, made the girl slip. Everybody slipped because it was a bunch of people. So everybody started falling and bumping into each other and shit. Fight for like 30 seconds. The bouncers broke it up. After that, everybody ran outside, right? Everybody ran outside. Let me tell y'all something. If you're a military, say I'm a militant mind, you never run with the crowd. Never run with the crowd, y'all. If anything happens, you go the opposite way, or you remain still or hidden or out the way until it clears. Like everybody was running out the club. I stayed right by the pool table with the pool stick in my hand. Matter of fact, I grabbed a pool ball and a pool stick. That way I could throw a pool ball at you, pink you in it with a head, and beat you with the stick. Stop, boy, stop. You feel me? Stop. You feel me? Like, I grabbed the pool ball and I had my stick in my hand. That's a warrior mentality. And I stood away from the door. I backed up while everybody was running out the door. Because if they started shooting, you're going to get popped up at the crowd, with the crowd. You're getting popped. Trying to run. If somebody start busting, all they got to do is run out to the car, get their shit, and start trying to fire at the dude they had the problem with. And then you running out trying to get outside and you get popped. So it's why you have to think vigilant. You have to think smart when you get put in situations so you don't get victimized. You know, it's not always the fault of the person who wants to be a victim. I mean, victimize some people. Sometimes it be your fault because you got to think. You know, don't always put yourself in harm's way. Don't always be too eager to, you know, got to think. So I appreciate y'all for tapping and tuning in, man. I'm coming. Yeah, play outside. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Thank y'all for all y'all support. It's just really I don't know, y'all. They doing what they doing. They trying to do what they gonna do. They got their terrorist cells all around, staged all around the nation, man. Y'all have to realize there's terrorists all around the nation right now. They don't let them in with this border shit. This the scary part about this shit. These ain't regular citizens coming across these borders. These are military age men. And they're paid. Paid to do what? Paid for what? Hold on. They're paid migrants. What are their job? What is their job? What are they being paid for? That's the question you have to ask. What is your job? If you're getting paid $3,000 some dollars a month, what's your job? What are your requirements? What do you have to do to receive this money? Or is it just free money to assimilate you into society? Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. This is the realest information on YouTube you're gonna get. Everybody worrying about this and about that, but they don't understand. The floodgates have been open. Look, let me show y'all real quick. Let me show you. Watch this. Big Bad, they just don't talk. The terrorist who was caught in North Carolina recently.
The terrorists who was caught in North Carolina recently.
Let's go. This shit ain't no joke, bro. This is real life. They don't let these people in. They let them in. They disenfranchised their nations, blew them to smithereens, pissed them the fuck off for 20-some years, and now they let them in here. Oh, we will be very humbled for our entitlement. Oh, my this, my that, my. You don't own shit but what you create. You don't own nothing but what you have and create. Boy, y'all better wake up.
Starting at 4. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson and the state's top Republican lawmakers are pressing the White House for answers after a man on the terrorist watch list was arrested here in North Carolina. WRO's Matt Tallhelm is live outside the Lieutenant Governor's mansion, where he held a news conference within the last 2 hours. Matt, what came out of that?
Yeah, Jeff, well, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson signed on to this letter. It is sent to President Biden at the White House here. Also signing on to this letter, House Speaker Tim Moore, Senate President Phil Berger, and the Sheriff of Gates County. That's where this arrest happened. Now, the Lieutenant Governor held the press conference here, standing next to a photo of a wet hoggos from that arrest in Gates County, which is in the eastern part of the state, right along the Virginia border. Hoggos faces several charges, including resisting a public officer and assault on a government official. The sheriff's office says Hoggos is from Africa and is on the federal terrorist watch list. The lieutenant governor used his office here to raise some questions about this case and to criticize the president's immigration policies. I asked Robinson why he's calling this an urgent threat now, since this arrest happened a week ago. At what point between then and now did this become an urgent public safety threat? And have you spoken to the governor or state law enforcement about this?
It was urgent from the very beginning when it was brought to our radar. That's why we contacted the sheriff immediately to ask him what we could do to heighten folks' awareness and to let him know that we were there for his office to give him any assistance he needed. So it was urgent from the very beginning. And yes, we have sent this letter to the entire Council of State.
We have reached out to Governor Roy Cooper's office to find out what they know about this case and if they have talked to the lieutenant governor about this.
A bunch of red tape and bureaucracy and bullshit, right? A bunch of red tape, bureaucracy, and bullshit. He passed it off to him. He passed it off to him. He passed it off to him. It gets to him. It gets to him. It gets to him, and nothing gets done. Y'all don't even understand this. Democracy is all bullshit. It's all a pass blame game, so nothing gets done, and he blames him, he blames him, he blames him, and he blamed him, and he blames them, so nothing gets done, and nobody gets blamed, and nothing gets done. So this is a bullshit, fantasy bullshit, whole system. It's all bullshit. Nobody gets nothing done. They pass red tape and bureaucracy down, and I passed the paper down. I forwarded it to the Attorney General, and now they're. Yeah, man, it's game on already, bro. Listen, y'all, it's game on already. They're already in position. Everybody's in position. You have no idea. Let me tell y'all something. If they turn off the lights, if the power goes out, and then these splinter cell people come out of the darkness, are you ready for that? Did Betty just theorize something? Yes, I did. But is Betty on to something? Yes, I am. Are you ready to fight in the dark? Are you ready to live in the dark? According to y'all's Bible, it talks about this 3 days of darkness and all this shit. All this shit is in y'all's book. So y'all should know what the hell's going on. If you're really a Christian, you should know what the hell's going on. If you're a Christian, you should know. This is y'all's blueprint. Americans' blueprint. America is nothing but just following the blueprint of the Bible. It's the script, the scripture of America. It's the script of the blueprint of America's story. And it all ends with Armageddon and shit like that. So come on, man. Tribulation and all that shit. 7 years of tribulation. Come on, man. This is what y'all should be ready for this shit. You shouldn't feel so comfortable right now. You should be ready for the rapture. You should be ready for Jesus to come back. You should be ready. You should be ready. But you know what? You ain't. You send your kids off to their camps. You go to the camp all day. You come home. You don't do anything with your baby. You don't know your baby. You don't know nothing. You didn't live your life. You were not in control. You didn't cook your food. You went out to dinner and let somebody else prepare your meal. You did everything. You didn't grow your food. You gave up. You gave up to be what? Helpless? You gave up on all your survival skills to be helpless. God damn. What you gonna do? Hold on to your iPhone? You gonna call Uber Eats? I'm hungry right now. My stomach growled. I gotta go in there and cook some food. You gonna call Uber Eats? And look, I'm not going in there to hey, my window's cracked. Don't go in my window. The window's cracked, okay? I don't want it to break in. I do not want to buy a new window right now. That's probably like $200-300. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for your 3 days of darkness? Do you got some shit saved up and set to the side? You got some liquids, some juices, some water, some drinks, some healthy stuff, some fruit, some canned vegetables. You got some shit? You ready for your darkness? You got some candles? How you gonna cook it? You got some matches? You ready? You got some blankets? You ready? You got a garden? Are you ready? Yeah, it's gonna be longer than 3 days. It's gonna be way longer than 3 days. I'm just talking about their Bible. Just speaking about y'all's Bible, that's all. I'm just talking the language that y'all should understand. If you was a real Christian, you should already understand this shit. But this that watered down shit. Most people don't even understand the Christianity that they read. People read this shit and have to go to school to understand it. Bible study and shit. This shit is crazy. It don't make sense. It ain't supposed to make sense. It's only there to trick you and lead you down the wrong path. The shit that you could get from the Bible, people don't get it because they get wrapped up in the scriptures and bullshit, the metaphors and the similes and all the bullshit, the poetry and the mind tricks and the wordplay. Come on, y'all. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. You got some flacata. You got a flacata. If you ain't got no flacata, what you gonna do? They coming with flacata. And bro got paid $500,000 to shoot anything. He ain't give no fuck. We wasn't about that. It was just about call some so we can have a reason to push this button. They just want a reason to push the button. You don't get it? These niggas need a reason to push this button because they ready. They ready to push the button. Joe Beasy about to die. You think he ain't ready to push the button? His son about to go to prison. They're all about to go. You don't think they ready to push that button? Y'all better wake the fuck up. Next 4 years, everything gonna be all right. America, what? You don't see this mass slave transplant in front of your face? You don't see this mass slave migration in your face? You don't realize we've been all mass slave traded, all of us. Most of us is imported slaves, and then some of us was indigenous. Some of us was here before the slavery started, so we have a memory of the peaceful times. Some of us, but most of us, all you ever known was the slavery. So you don't see it. You don't see it, but y'all get mad at Kanye West when he said slavery was a choice. You don't see it. You don't understand why. If you don't get it, if you don't believe in yourself enough to try to maintain and sustain for yourself, of course you're going to have to be somebody's slave. This is life. You don't know how to build a system of survival for yourself. Of course you're going to have to go into somebody's job, slave plantation, and work. This is life. This is not nothing different. This is slavery. This is life. Goods and services, give and take, ins and outs, input and output. Life. You put your dick in a woman, you squirt in her, the baby comes out. Inputs, outputs. This is life. You go to a job, create some work. Whatever you create at work, you sell it. This is life. This is not rocket. It's not rocket science. You don't need religion to tell you how to do this shit. That's just a way to confuse you and keep you. I can't think because master told me if I think too much, it's disrespectful to him. I just let him deal with it, and I just put my hands up and let God deal with it. That's some bullshit. Hey, get off the car. That's some bullshit. Putting your hands up and let God with it. Where is he at? Where is he dealing with it? God is everywhere. God is everything. God is in you. So you think you're not supposed to understand? You better stop. If God is in you, you don't think you're supposed to understand? Come on, man. Thank God for my father and my mother and my family I was raised in. Thank God for me not knowing nothing but the truth and not being blinded but nothing but the truth. Thank God. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for more people coming in, man, and tuning in and sticking around, man, because now people are starting to finally understand that this is serious business what I'm doing over here. This ain't no fly-by-night, overnight cap shit. What's up, Bubba? Can you do what? Make fire. I'll make a fire with you, but you can't make one by yourself. Hold on, I'll make it with you. What are you trying to burn? We'll put it on the grill. We'll put it on the grill. Scott, get that basket. Hey, get that, look at me, look. Get that thing out their yard, that Leilani's plastic thing. Look. That's trash in there, bro. Don't do that. Stop, bro. That's trash in there. But yeah, I love y'all. I'm about to get off here, spend some time with my kids, man. It's a wrap, man. I said enough. Pray for me, man, because the truth is really crazy to tell, man. When you're really telling the truth, like let me tell y'all what my daughter said yesterday. My daughter said, Daddy, a lot of people might not like to talk to you because a lot of people don't like talking to me, y'all. I'm just going to be all over 1,000. A lot of people don't like talking to me. My daughter told me, she said, Daddy, a lot of people probably don't like talking to you because you're going to tell them the truth. And then you're going to tell them the truth and then they're going to feel like you're roasting them. And when she said that, I was like, what? But I thought about it. If you tell somebody the truth about themselves or in general, it's going to give them the choice to either live in the truth or stay living their lie and confusion. So the truth is a lot of times contradictory to people's real lives, because a lot of people are living this fantasy life, a fantasy thought process, fake life, fake everything. So the truth could be offensive. And I understand why it is, because it's a fantasy world we're living in. And a lot of people can't deal and cope. So the truths of life are kept from a lot of people to keep people comfortable, you know? Exactly. Blue pill or red pill. I'm a whole live red pill nigga, man. So I've been took my red pill. I took that shit about 2005, 2004. Yeah, I am Morpheus, man. For real. I am Morpheus. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. Morpheus, Neo, one of them niggas. For real, bro. Cause this shit is just another thing, man. But thank y'all so much for understanding and appreciating me, man. Y'all don't even realize this shit means the world to me, man. Not because it's glorification, but it means the world to me because y'all actually, some of y'all actually understand what I'm trying to do and appreciate, man. And another thing too, man, if y'all want to support the team or support the channel, man, hit my Cash App. My channel's not monetized. I'm not getting paid for doing my videos. I'm not getting paid for this hard work that I'm putting in for y'all. I'm constantly putting in great hard work for us. So I'm gonna put my Cash App up here. It's $ Big Bad A, man. Y'all know my name, Big Bad A, $ Big Bad A. Hit the Cash App, man. Show your boy some love, man. Send your boy $2, $1, 5 cents, $5. It don't matter, man. Send me 50 cents. I'm thankful, man. Just show me some love on my Cash App for the hard work I put in, man, because I could lose my life for some of this truth that I'm telling y'all. That's why I don't come with conspiracies and my own thoughts too much, because if I come with my own thoughts a lot, then I'm going to be a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not that, Trying to have you have a P.O. box. I got you. I'll get one soon. I'll go do that shit in like next couple of days. I'll go get one. And it's not even about me. I don't need to necessarily receive stuff. It's not about that. I just want to let y'all know I'm not getting paid for this shit. And I do deserve some type of compensation other than me saving people's souls. That is the ultimate compensation, is me saving a soul, or at least leading a soul to the light. So I do get that. That's gonna carry me into the afterlife. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I do need support in the real life too, because I have a bunch of children. You know what I mean? So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. $ Big Bad. Hit the Cash App. Fuck with your boy, man. Share this video to somebody, man. It's one of the best lives I ever did. As always, they always keep getting better and better, man. Your knowledge is gold. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I know at this point, I know it is. I know who I am. I know my value. I know my worth now. I just don't have that ego to where I want to necessarily charge and do all that, because it's not about that right now. It's about building up the message and building up the audience to get the message to more people. So I don't really care about money right now. That will come in the future. Everything that I need will be there in the future if I do the work that I'm supposed to do. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. God bless all of us. I pray for more time for us all. I pray for more times of peace for us all, because times aren't guaranteed. Hey, I love you. I gotta go. Big home, Big Betty. Scott.